Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief. Welcome to my Instagram live on week 49. Is it 49, Kalai? Or whoever is there who can tell me. All right. We'll wait for everyone to join from all over the world. We are getting closer to the closing of the most unbelievable year ever, 2022, Born to Fly. Okay. And let me do my shout outs to everyone. Kashank, Aloysius, Sneha, Ego Kills Your Happiness. right to Vishal, Jay by Priyanka, Ile Trenggu, Suka, Nina, Ziz, Rashid, Elia, Vicky Ras, what's up? Mehdi Beljaj, Umang, Shruti, Sarah Zalmadi, Muqtadir, Jambo, my brother. Good morning, Muhammad Ali Habu, Kalai Northstar, week 29. Thank you, dear. Alright, Muqtadir giving me mega greetings from all countries in East Africa. Alright, so shout out to East Africa. Siamak, my warrior, how are you? Alright, Laureen, I hope Claire updated you on all the exciting things we are planning for 2022. Alright, Smriti. Am I back? Alright, I think I'm back. Am I live? Sorry, I moved from one location. What is this? Okay, so Black Swan, Swarna, greetings. I hope I'm back online. Alright, I am online. Ravinder, Naura, Sophie, what's up? Yes, okay. So Laureen, am I back online? Tipa, greetings. Vinny, I am. Janardans, Malu Kaluza. Alright, welcome Malu. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Welcome to Malaysia. Actually, I think you're having dinner with Ivan and Trevor. Mosap. Alright, okay. Who else do we have here? Ruban Desu. Alright, Sarah Sula. Renuka. How are you, ma? Hugs and kisses to the girls. Okay, Sagar. Carol J. Akan. Adli Hassan, my brother. V partner Adli in the house. Kaya Bolte, generous, pretty. You know, Dark Miss is missing, Dark Miss. Wherever you are, please come back to my Instagram live. Alright, Ayman 100 Carat. Manu. Alright, Heart Irudaya, Kanchan, Bindurizaram, Poiring Samlam. Alright, Siddharth. Okay, Sauka, I already said. Alright, greetings, my V family all over the world. Welcome to week 49. We are coming closer and closer to closing this year, 2022. Okay, and Assalamualaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Alright, bonjour to all my French-speaking brothers and sisters around the world. Privyet to all my Russian-speaking brothers and sisters around the world. Vigets, marhaba, salam. Alright, namaste, vanakkam, namaskaram, aibowan, apa kabar, sin chow, mekalawa. Alright, good day, mate, as requested by Rod. Okay, guys, so this is your chief, just here. Okay, very excited because I spent almost 5 days with Dato Sri Vijay in Bangkok. Dato Sri Vijay is officially back in Malaysia. We got the whole week 49 while you guys are pushing yourselves to achieve your TAT for 49. All the corporate warriors of Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bismarck are gathering in Malaysia, alright, to put the final fine-tuned touches to the greatest year 2023. Now, a lot of you may not know this, or you should know. 2023, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary. That means we have, alright, by the grace of God, by the great leadership of Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, because of your loyalty around the world, thanks to the V partners, AVPs, V councils, V elite leaders, core alliance in service, alright, thanks to all the corporate members of the QI group, we have reached 25 freaking years, alright. And I wanted to talk about something a little bit deeper today. okay? I don't know why, but recently I've been very emotional and enlightened about discussing about deep stuff, all right? Especially when you sit down with Dato Sri Vijay. He provokes you to think. He provokes you to think deeper. He provokes you not only to live for today, but to think about the future. And, you know, sometimes as networkers, as entrepreneurs, as max out kings and queens, your goals, your dreams are always about today, next week, next month at least, okay? Even thinking for 12 months is a great challenge for most of you. Even for me in my younger days. I think we live in the now, all right? If you look at news, social media, everything is now, all right? Very rarely do people actually sit down and have conversations about the future. Okay, whenever I sit down with Kuna, JR, our conversations also equally is 80% today. All right, and I always like the fact how Kuna pushes us to think about the future. And when you sit down with Dato Sri Vijay, all right, okay, me, Kuna, JR try to talk about next year or the next 5 years. Dato Sri Vijay is talking the next 25, the next 50 years. And I realize today that all of us are sucked into today, right? Which is also good because it creates a sense of urgency for us to do it now. But sometimes you need to take a breather from our day-to-day existence, whether going to the office, doing your job as a corporate member of the QI family, or going out there doing presentation, follow through, going after your TAT. Make sure you hit your TAT this week, week 49. And today, yesterday and today, especially over the weekend, I managed to somehow or another find some time to spend with my life partner. And we were discussing about the future. And it was unbelievable. All right? Because when you think about it, I want to talk about this word, which you're going to hear a lot next year. It's called legacy. Now, this word is used very easily. It's thrown around everywhere. Oh, build your legacy. Do this, do that. But what is legacy? Legacy is what you leave behind after you have lived your life. Your legacy kicks in the day you are no longer here. That's why people say, leave behind a great legacy. Now, this is profound because a lot of us, all right, are convinced that we're going to live until we're 75, 85, 90, and inshallah we do. All right? But recently, a few days ago, JR and I, we have a very dear friend of ours, very close friend, whose wife was 35 years old and she died. She passed away. All right? And it gave me, and I was telling my life partner this story, and she, was shocked to hear that somebody at the age of 35, at the peak of their life, completely healthy, could just pass away one day. And I cannot imagine how this person would feel. And they have a 6-year-old daughter. I can't imagine how life will be moving forward. I was troubled. I was emotional. I was sad. But I remember the words of Dato Sri Vijay that a single blade of grass cannot move without his will. But you see, you never know when your time will come. And you will never know when your legacy takes over. So my understanding of legacy, and wrong or right, this is my understanding, and you have all the freedom to embrace it or disagree with it, doesn't make a difference to me. Legacy kicks in the day you go back home. And legacy is an accumulated impact that you created while you lived that will continue forever. So the other day I was talking to Aditya's leaders in the office with Sharfun. All right? And I asked this question, and I want you to answer this question. How many of you know the name of your great-great-great-grandfather? Now, JR would, all right? And I'll explain why he would. Now, I don't know the name of my great-great-great-grandfather. All right? I'm sure he was a good man, a great man, all right? Like all our grandfathers are. But he did not live a life that created enough impact for his name to live beyond one generation. So if you think about it, if you are Bill Gates' great-great-great-great-grandson, you will know Bill Gates. You will hear stories of him. You will hear about the impact and the legacy that he has left behind after his death. If you are Dhirubhai Ambani's great-great-great-great-grandson, all right, you will always hear the name of your father or great-great-grandfather. If you are Nelson Mandela's great-great-great-grandson, you will never be able to forget the impact and the legacy left behind by Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Sheikh Zayed. You understand not? These are men and women, Mother Teresa, all right, Princess Diana. You understand? These are people who created such an impact when they were alive that their legacy carried on beyond their time, generation after generation after generation. So here is my question. Here is my question to you. All right? Have you created enough impact to be remembered beyond your son or daughter, or your grandson or your granddaughter? And be very honest with yourself. You see, I look at my son today. The kid is running around. All right? I don't know whether he's going to talk about me. Because a legacy is word of mouth. A legacy is a value system. Legacy is the way you live, created enough impact in the next generation that they spoke about it and they duplicated it and they implemented it moving forward in their generation to generation to generation to come. All right, and I remember when I sat down with Dato Sri Vijay, all right, 20 over years ago, and he told me, Pathman, live your life with the intent to leave behind a great legacy that you will not be forgotten, that you cannot be forgotten, that the impact you created was so powerful, so meaningful, so life-changing, that the world cannot forget who you are. Now, when he said that to me, and I was 24, 25, maybe 26 years old, it was profound. And I was explaining to these guys in the office the other day that I live my life like this, as your upline representing Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. Right? Because I believe we are not just a company, that we are creating an impact in every market, in thousands and millions of lives over the last 25 years. And my only prayer is that I will not be forgotten, that my sons, my children will speak about me to their children and their children, like how I speak about my mother. Now, my mother may not have created an impact in the world, but she created an impact strong enough in my life that I will never stop talking about her. Same way like, who is this? Brijesh talks about his grandfather. At some event, I heard him speak so profoundly about his grandfather. Like how J.R. Meyer speaks about his great-great-grandfather. All right, Meyer, Bernard H. Meyer, created an impact in the world of minting precious coins and currency and luxury items, that the name Meyer remain a legacy today, that it's all the watches you guys bought from us. All right, that his son Louis will hear stories non-stop from JR about his great-great-grandfather. And this is a legacy. Dato Sri Vijay, all right, his name is going to be spoken about by us to our children, to our grandchildren. So as we close the year of 2022, I need you to introspect, to think. Have you lived your life and created enough impact in your family, in your children, in your society, in your downlines, that if tomorrow you drop dead, that impact has created enough momentum not to stop, that it continues and continues and continues, that your children will talk about you, that your downlines will talk about you, that your videos will live beyond you, that you lived your life in such a way that your legacy is about success, about growth, about achieving your limitless potential, about rhythm, raising yourself to help mankind, that there will be a hospital, inshallah, one day with your name on it. That everyone who goes to the hospital and get treated will remember your name. Are you guys with me? So I realized today that maybe we have misunderstood life. That I love my father. I never knew him. He passed away when I was 3 years old. Great man, brave man, good man. Right? But that's it. Do you understand? My grandfather, my mother told me maybe 3 stories about him. That he was strict, he was a quiet man, he was a good man. How do you want to be remembered? A good man, that's it, 1 sentence. A good woman, 1 sentence. How do you want to be remembered? And where you have to understand this is Dato Sri Vijay and Japa created a platform. Alright? Created a platform that is giving you the opportunity to create a legacy that you will not be able to do before Qnet. Because before Qnet, you go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. You are an employee, an insignificant human being in a large corporation. Your immediate impact is to your family. And what is your son or daughter going to say about you? Papa or mommy work hard. Papa and mommy was an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer. I want you to bring your kids to VCon. The reason why we started VKids, which we are doing in March anyway for VCon, is because we wanted your children to understand the legacy you are building. Then I wanted your children to see you wearing the in-service uniform. And they can ask you, Mom, Dad, why are you doing this? Amma, Papa, you know. And you can explain the philosophy of service, and that's one value system you instill in them. Or they see you, if you're lucky enough to go on stage to speak, they see you on stage. And they hear you speak to 15,000 people. They see 15,000 people cheer when you go up. And then when they go to school, they're going to tell their friends that my mom or my dad is a great warrior, a great speaker, a great businessman, a great businesswoman who went up on stage. And I saw people wanting to take photos with them. They are like almost like Shah Rukh Khan, all right, or Kareena Kapoor, all right, or Ariana Grande, or whatever the point is. Leave a legacy. All right? Yes, you have to work hard. Yes, you have sleepless nights. Even if you make that sacrifice, your children must understand that you are making that sacrifice for a good reason. That they don't get to see you as much as their friends get to see their parents. Are you guys with me? So what I'm trying to say is that Qnet, the V, your journey to financial freedom is not only about money. Anyone can make money. You can make money anywhere, anytime. Are you guys with me? But what I wanted to express to you, that your journey with us is very different from any network marketing company, from any business. We're not here just to teach you how to build a business and be an entrepreneur. But Japa and Dato Sri Vijay is here to teach us. Safar, I see you. Kemcho. Vinu Joel, I see you. Mariam, I see you. Dato Sri Vijay and Japa built this business to give you the ability to leave a legacy, whether you are in corporate or network. Now, it's beyond your weekly checks. It's beyond your max out goals. Because ultimately, if you ask people, you know, there's this question everyone asks when they do some kind of session somewhere. I always see it on TikTok or Reels. How do you want to be remembered? So on this Sunday, on week 49, this is the most profound question that Dato Sri Vijay asked me many years ago. How do you want to be remembered? How? How do you want to be remembered? Don't take it for granted what your wife or husband or children say about you, because that becomes your legacy. That how you live today is ultimately the foundation that you are building for the legacy when you are no longer around. That's ultimately what a legacy is. And I believe that if you build this business the right way, and you focus on raising people every single day, and if you focus on improving yourself and overcoming your challenges and quelling your ego and winning the battle and pushing yourself out of a comfort zone every day until it hurts, and then push yourself even more and let it hurt some more and hurt some more, but you keep growing and you evolve and you have breakthroughs and paradigm shifts, and your checks go from 250 to 500, and then you push it to 750 to 1000 inshallah, then one day to 2000, then 5000, all right, 10,000, I don't know. But how do you want to be remembered? Do you understand? Do you want to be remembered as a wimp or warrior? Will people say your name in a powerful way after you are gone? Or are you only going to be remembered because your photo is in a wall somewhere? You know, we have this cultural thing, when somebody dies, they put their photo on the wall in a prayer altar or in the living room. You know, you go to people's houses, you see, and they say, oh, that's my grandfather, grandmother. And the reason why the photo is put, it's almost like to force people to remember you, because you didn't create enough of an impact. So ultimately, your whole journey of life, from the time you are aware, or somebody like Dato Sri Vijay came into my life and created that awareness, or you have a mentor or your parents, from the time you understand this truth, then I'm telling you, success belongs to you. And this truth, Sila, I see you, my brother. And this truth, I was blessed to understand it. I think I was 25 years old when I sat down with my great mentor, our visionary, Dato Sri Vijay. And he explained to me, from the moment, you see, you have two lives. All right? And your second life begins when you realize you only have one. I saw this on TikTok. Everyone has two lives. All right? And your second life begins when you realize you only have one life. And Dato Sri Vijay said, when you really start living your life from that day where you realize this truth, that the whole purpose of our journey of life is to define your legacy. This is why we live. We live to define your legacy. I was lucky to realize this at 25, 26. Some people realize this at 75, and then you see changes in them. But if you see any fundamental change in somebody in a good way, if you see a fundamental change in your upline, your downline, your parents, yourself, your wife, your husband, even your kids, if they were exposed to this early, if you see a profound positive change in somebody, all right, it simply means that they realize the truth, that our journey of life, from the day we realize that we only have one life, and that we should reach our limitless potential. From that journey, the ultimate journey is to define your legacy. I'm living my life not for me, not for myself, not for anything else. I'm living my life today to define my legacy for my children. All right? Because how you live your life is the greatest message to your children, to your downlines, to your spouse, to your family. How you live your life is the greatest message to the world. Are you guys with me? So from this moment on this Instagram live, I hope it's not too deep. I hope, but I just wanted to share it. I love you guys, and when I feel something, I just want to share it. Your whole life, from this moment on, if somebody asks me, what is your life about? Your answer must be, my life is about defining my legacy. So ultimately, life is about defining your legacy. So from today, for the remaining years that God permits us to be here, define your legacy. That's what I do every single day. From the time I wake up till I go to sleep, I'm here to define my legacy. Now, it's not a perfect science. Some people still remember me for bad things. I pray that most people remember me for good things. And thanks to Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, This is how we choose to live. So to everyone, I love you guys. And let today be a new beginning of your real life, where you understand that ultimately life is about define your legacy. Love you guys.